Hello, welcome. Everything is a disaster apparently today. Let's see here. Redeems aren't working for no apparent reason, because if I run the page locally, they do work, but apparently OBS refuses. But also OBS has been acting up in many other new ways. Like I am currently streaming on software encoding instead of hardware, because it decided that I can't do hardware encoding apparently. I don't know. I can yell about it for 20 minutes, but we're here to read an encyclopedia. So redeems are broke, everything's broke, no sound, no noise, no funny pictures. This scene displays okay. I had to actually downgrade my video driver to the one that I was on because I wasn't getting any window captures on the new one, and the game that I updated it for to begin with didn't work afterwards anyway, so that doesn't even matter. Right. Encyclopedia. Let's go. We're gonna finish this. We're gonna have a good time. I hope. So yeah, that's the reason for our late start today. Today we're gonna at least be starting with what's probably going to be the most fun of these worlds in the encyclopedia, just a whole bunch of game engines. This is where all the good stuff probably is. We got, it looks like 14 exciting engines today, including rock, paper, scissors. Game engines. Game engines are complex engines that allow you to play some sort of game. Thank you. Most involve a situation where the actual player is stuck in a space where he can do nothing but touch the four surrounding squares, thereby controlling the game. Note, most of these are actually one-way passages where you can't go back to the menu. Furthermore, most do not have a help object, so you'll have to go into the engine with the editor to figure it out. Okay, so this isn't like the nice polished encyclopedia we've been delivered so far. This is just enter a board and restart the world, which makes the awful interface here of this branching path thing even more annoying. If I'm smart, I'll remember to save before everything. Looks like we've got a full... we might have more than a full set. There's a passage in the top center there on the scroll, and I suspect that says more through the passage. Which also means that their title screen table of contents isn't listing a bunch of stuff either. Kind of a sloppy job with this world. But hopefully the engines are up to snuff instead. Let's start with some first-person ZZT. Everybody's favorite. Let's turn up that volume. It's 80. This is the iconic Jam Stuckman 3D maze. The 3D maze is a giant maze that you roam around in. First off, here are the keys while in that maze. So forwards, backwards, turning. You see the word move north to enter the encounter, then you ran into enemies. Push the up arrow and your player will teleport into the tube at the bottom of the battle box. Good terminology. While in the tube, keep moving north until you walk past the red door. The door out of the room will close and the monsters will come into view. Once you kill them, the red door will open. Keep moving until you're touching the passage. It will move south to return to the maze. Push the down arrow and you'll be teleported back to the maze. Well, this one at least has instructions. Now let's make a decision about automap. Yes, that's the decision. If you activate automap, the top of the screen will have a map on it. You do not want to navigate a first-person ZZT maze without an automap. This is not the full maze, so I am going to give you cheating options. Cheer, Yahoo! I will give you health and ammo. That's better. Now here's a major cheat. If you say yes, your entire map will be filled in. Do you say yes? Well, I won't go that far, because that's going to defeat the point. It was a great cheat. It turns off... You know, compared to the anti-cheat world, this guy is all on board for cheating. We gotta see the monsters. Okay, let's play. 60? I keep forgetting if I use 60 or 80 since I started setting this. And I keep forgetting to actually, like, learn the command line argument that I had to default it to that. But okay, we're good. Here we are in the maze. We're med, I guess. There, in the bottom left, is the 3D. This is the world. I have hit a battle. Also, it's not drawing the map, it seems, or anything. I like this little airlock here, though. You run into ruffians with attack tigers. I love this theming. Okay, this is... Yep, I think OBS struggling. Since it's in software mode, this ZZT feels slightly chunky. Actually, you know what? Here. If our redeems aren't working in the first place, I'm gonna stop monitoring them. Free up any CPU I can, apparently. This is gonna be a rough one. Okay. We feed the ruffians and tigers. And we're back. There we go, okay. I think we were just in a room, so there were no walls. That's the 3D. I mean, it's a cute effect. Yeah, get into a proper hallway. There we go. You can just see right off into the distance there. One tile away. I think this is probably an early example of you run into a bunch of bears. That's the easiest encounter of them all. It's no Tyrobane, that's for sure. There's a handful of games that really want to do this, and it really doesn't work all that well because you get no texture whatsoever in the 3D space, so actually attempting to navigate by that is pretty much pointless. Oh yeah, maybe we can get some sushi or something out of this. I think we've already seen everything there is to see here. It's a fun idea. A couple games actually tried to commit to this a bit. I know one of Testa's Darkseeker is a dungeon crawler that actually does use this, but it takes you to a different board for the fights, thankfully, which is a little nicer because then there's objects and duplicators and things as opposed to just ruffians with attack tigers. But it's really rough. Alright, I think we've seen enough here. We've seen enough ruffians. It's just everybody was obsessed with 3D in the 90s. Even ZZTers. Actually, let's reveal the maze with our own cheats. There you go. You can kind of see that maze text. You can see our unlit parts, which, I mean, that's how our board is getting rendered. It just looks at what that object is blocked by and colors in the appropriate invisibles. And one of them has to be fake and one of them has to be normal. Yeah, this should be, yeah. It's a fun idea, at least. Oh, see, force a habit. Saved after a fight. How about racing? ZZT has weird rules for racing games due to everything about it, but they can at least be kind of fun. Okay, this is straight up the Freak the Cat level. Racing engine by Hydra. This is the racing engine which was used in the game Freak the Cat. Pressing right and left turn you, so yes, explaining how clockwise works. Pressing up and down so you can speed up or slow down. Be careful that you don't bump into a wall because you won't be able to control the cart for a few seconds if you do this. Halfway down the circuit there's a lap checker, so you can't cheat by just turning around at the finish a few times. Time you have left is shown on the right, so is the speed meter. You can also place some obstacles and other fun things, such as reverse objects. What? In the level. If you'd like to see an example of this, play level 19 of the game Freak the Cat. It's available here on Tripod. Have fun, and remember to keep on ZZTing. Let's speed this up a little. There we go. We've got one of those cool cars that can turn 90 degrees instantly. And you know what? Every time I've played a game that's just been exclusively this kind of engine, I've had fun with them. I actually just played one. Well, no, not quite. I did just play a racing ZZT game, but it actually doesn't use this format. You get that great Freak the Cat level jingle. That's all there is to it. I guess I should crash. I think do a very good job here. Did I save? Okay. Let's crash into a wall. The big trouble with these is all the ones with adjustable speed, they just do it by changing your cycle, which does slow you down, but it also slows down the responsiveness of your steering input. Okay, this one just kind of locks you in place when you crash. Other ones I've seen have kind of like forced the car to like bump backwards. But you can definitely make some like fun tracks with this kind of style. Just specifically because you can turn at these 90-degree angles. Game over. Yep, and it did kill me. I died in the encyclopedia. And they also mentioned handling people trying to cheat the lap check system. You can see that one curve where it gets to be one tile wide. It'll just check that the object is past that point before a lap can count. And then you're golden. It's just like Mario Kart. Be right back. It's raining. It's getting loud out there. So I had to shut the door. Okay. Oh, hold up. I nearly skipped the player mimicker, which doesn't... Well, I guess it says engine. I guess that sounds like an engine. I don't know what this is just gonna... Why is ammo involved in this process? Oh, for shooting. Okay. There we go. Our mimics are being moved by mimicking our movements. Player Mimicker by Dr. Crab. This may belong in the player clone menu, but that's getting pretty full. And I think this is complicated enough to belong here. The object acts exactly like you, gets its orders from objects in the upper right corner, surrounded by player clones. One knows when you shoot, one knows when you step. No real details on how it works. It's doing a bad job though with this ammo, because sometimes you will just run out. I bet you can make an okay game doing this though. But it's nothing much to see. It moves when you move. Got ourselves a ZZT side scroller though. That could be something. Oh, this looks unique. This is not just taken from a game as far as I'm aware. Side scroller by Ejection 13 is just like most other side scroll engines, but it uses a player clone, allowing for the object you control to shoot. That's good. Let's see here. How big is our jump? That's me. I'm the guy who always says side scroller when it's not scrolling on the sides. And you can see that Is that supposed to be hidden? Am I still... Yeah, okay. But you were able to see that invisible on the top left, which was keeping track of our state. Preventing us from, jumping again in midair and stuff. Also, this... No, this does have some quick gravity, though. I think I'm actually walking south. I just immediately fall down this ledge. And we can shoot, thanks to that player clone, without it being, like, an awkward thing. Other than the sounds, which are being doubled because we are getting the shoot noise from the player clone. But this is definitely playable. It's not demanding any absurd jumps, and the physics are generous. You can kind of hit your head and then you'll keep going north as long as you're still in a jump state. Which actually makes it a lot more fluid than most ZZT platformers I've seen. Wait, I hope this one is actually from a game now, because this is honestly just from running around for 10 seconds, one of the nicer ones. All it needs is something to, like, if I press left here to try and climb. If you could do that, so you can just hold right to move across this terrain, I think this would be great. Now there's a passage here, but I don't think it gives instructions on how to leave, so I guess we'll just take the extreme approach. I enjoy generous physics. Alright, next up, some Breakout. And by Breakout, I mean Smiley Killing. Breakout by Meebo Incorporated. The ball bounces around, has to hit all the objects, and you have to move around the platform so it won't hit the floor. This is very hard, in that sometimes the ball rides the platform instead of bouncing off it. The right and left arrows move it, and down stops it. Oh, that's helpful. Also, the paddle kind of breaks into pieces at all times. Oh, there we go. That was some paddle riding. This is playable, though. I'm really surprised I haven't had it, like, bounce through one of these little gaps yet, though. Alright, we win. Smooth Breakout, I guess. Not bad. The pinnacle of 90s technology. So is missiles going to be Missile Command? Probably not. Oh, this ejection guy is really going places, though. Left and right objects are used to set the direction of the missile, and the top is used to fire. The tower on the right will shoot an object that explodes around the breakable field. Yeah, you're very much stuck with 45-degree angles. You have to anticipate the bounce. This is real simple. Key thing is a duplicator system that always has a missile ready. Alright, so you got a couple degrees. What does firing a missile to the left look like? I see. This missile moves very fast. You can barely follow it. You got some constant duplicator noises. I don't know what you would do with this for a game, though. You definitely need to, like, add some more angles at the very least. Alright, well. And we can leave this one. It's got an H. What a great room. Thank you, missiles. Well, it's exploding. Yeah, that would be nice. You know, make a maple leaf. But how does the missile know where it is? Alright, I've made my joke. On to the RPGs. Of which I'm sure there's more than 2. One of these is at least a fun one. I'm assuming if it's kept from the previous release, yes. Although I don't think that you get the bombs, which makes this pretty much impossible. RPG Battle. In this RPG battle, you are represented by the guy on the right. No, not the guy in the top right corner, he's the dead scientist. And the 3 dragons, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. By the blue, white, and green dragons in the center, in that order. I think of these dragons all the time. The battle progresses in turns. Not really realistic, but who cares? That's what Squaresoft was always saying. You get the first turn. Attack one of the dragons by touching its ammo or bomb sign. Surrender by touching the red cross below nitrogen. To choose between the dragons, when you're on the left, touch the wall next to it. Wow, yeah, it's been like... Yes, this is from Castle of ZZT, as it says actually in the object name. Somehow, like, despite obviously recognizing that they were named after actual elements, it took me this long to realize that that's, like, a joke on fire and water, Greek elements. I see how it is. One last hint, save now. It'll be a very close fight, intended, so I recommend you save now. Yes, you. Yes, I know you never listen to these warnings. No, I'm not kidding. Save. Well, you don't really need to save, because you can't die in this engine, and I'll explain some more about the engine. Okay, so this is just going to be a big explanation. Well, not that big. But, ooh, it's got music. Let's bomb the oxygen. I love our nonchalant little pose here. This is like, we're like the cool college professor giving a lecture. And throwing bombs at the students. Good bomb, that went well. Well, that's how it happens. This one's very animated. So few of these have like this level of animation. If I remember right, pretty much your only hope is to spam all your grenades to just take them out ASAP. Oh, well, I missed, so that's probably gonna do it. Oh, that magic spell. This is great. This I love. I wish it was a little faster. Oh, okay. Just the dragon is vaporized sound effect from town playing there. That's cute. There's a lot of love put into this. Let's throw a bomb at hydrogen. A hydrogen bomb. Last grenade. Even if this hits, like, also I love this interface with the transporters. It's really good. This is just a very well put together board. Yep, no more hydrogen, no more oxygen, nothing but that nitrogen. Just the pulling out of that gun. That's great. barring a miracle here. I think it's too late for us. That's gonna do it. Oh, one more. Dinner served. I want the left leg. Okay, so long as I get the right one. I get one of the arms. Sure. Could you pass me the salt? Hey, where's the pepper? You put pepper on it? Gross. No, pepper rules. This is so, like, detailed. It's so much fun. Calm down. Let's eat him before he gets cold. Alright, alright. And so the three dragons start to eat you. This is obviously a fairly fatal experience, so I think it's time it's game over. Or at least it would be. I think there's some different text too if you surrender. Oh, no. That disgusting pepper. That spice everybody hates. Ah, okay. This passage is for coming out of engines that you can't start the same place you finished. Sorry, the racing engine will take you here too. So there was a way out of the racing engine. Anyways, that's like much more of a high mark for 90s ZZT RPGs. Most of them all play pretty similar to that, but that one at least has a lot of fun animations, good visuals, some dialogue, there's stuff to it. Ah, the King's Quest one, or maybe it's Quest for Glory. This is a battle engine, which can be used in RPG-style ZZT games. You should know that this engine is not only made by me, it's based on an engine made by Luke Drellick for the game Battletech. Oh, I actually didn't know this was from something before King's Quest ZZT. But together with Meebo, I improved a lot of things. I added more weapons, animations, spells, etc. This engine is turn-based, but you really should use weapons rapidly after each other, because then the enemy doesn't have time to make different attacks on you. If you don't do this, I can assure you that the battle is not winnable. When you win the game, you can enter the passage and leave the board. Features include 3 2-character-sized weapons, an animated bow, 2 animated player spells, 2 animated enemy spells, a randomizer object for really random events. There we go. Used in as seen in King's Quest. Well, we'll take it slow to show off the animations, but yeah, when I remember streaming King's Quest ZZT years ago, and if you don't just run up and down mashing these, you just will not win any of these fights. The only way to win is to eat the enemy inputs. His Ravenlow snows cause serious wounds. Got our little bow. They're apparently a soldier now. We got a mace. Like, this guy's just destroying us like this. Our axe. Again, though, good animation. The background, though, less so compared to the fun-looking lab and castle of ZZT. And we can also sling some spells. You've lost the mission. You failed your battle. Switch those. Game over. Dying a lot in this encyclopedia today. Yeah, that's not really a spell. I guess anybody can cause serious wounds if they want to. Well, that's it for our RPGs. Honestly, kind of unrepresentative of them with just those two. Especially for something from like 2002. There were many, many RPG engines by this point. That's kind of selling them short. It's making the first one's making them look good, and the second one's making them look weird. But okay, we'll check out the space shooter. Oh, this is gonna be just... Okay. Recharging gun recharged. So yeah, your little steer the ship and shoot, as seen in Dogfight and Air Battle, and whatever that other Dogfight derivative was. And plenty of space shooting games. Wild to me that they didn't make enemies for this. Because I had fun with these kind of games as a kid, obviously, if I was making my own. But this ain't it. We're not showing off the appeal here. We're just constantly recharged. Oh, and no escape either. I'm gonna save the running battle. That was like a showpiece in the previous version. Sliding puzzle. Everybody loves a good sliding puzzle. Oh wow, Quantum P's in this? Is this like his first thing? Sorry, I'm looking up his release history here now. Oh no, ASCII Spy 2001. Okay. So this is another name I didn't think I would see in the encyclopedia. It's a sliding tile puzzle. Press the triangles, move the tiles, and press the 5th button to see if you got the puzzle right. Tiles check to see in which directions they're blocked, and use that information to figure out where they are. Yeah, this is definitely not in the older versions, which everybody always recommended, which is why we started checking this one out to begin with. ZZT Expert on GeoCities. What a great username you got there. Did we? We saw you. We saw you and I didn't expect you. We saw Quantum, I didn't expect Quantum. I think Theta was another one that I wasn't expecting to see. Alright, this is probably a good implementation. I don't like this layout for the arrows. God, do I actually have to solve this? How quickly can you do these things? I can't tell you the last time I've done one of these. And it doesn't help that I have to, like, think to myself, okay, I want to move 5 to the right, and then it's like, I have to look down here. How do I have to press arrow keys so that I can move the 5? Am I making progress? I feel like if you know how these things work, you can probably tell right away if I'm like screwing this up majorly. I'm really only focusing on the 1, 2, 3 here. Oh. Right, then down. Oh, I almost had it. What do you gotta do? You gotta like cycle these. Might have it here, I think. That did nothing. I think we're good. We've seen sliding puzzles. Good job, Quantum. I trust you made this correctly. Alright, let's see the next take on the side scroller then. That first one was honestly a high mark. Okay, this looks definitely fancy. Ultra Jumper by Lord of Chaos. Game to be used in Gem Isle. I haven't heard of such a thing. There's Gem Hunter, there's Gem Hunt, there's Adventure of the Lost Gems, Gem Thieves, Gems and Pipes. No Gem Isle. Okay, so this is from an unreleased game. At the very least, the At first glance, it looks like it's gonna be neat. This is the ultimate in ZZT side-scroller engines, the Ultra Jumper, for lack of a better name, which was going to be used in a ZZT game called Incarnate, but ZZT corrupted the game file. Oh no. But now it will be used in Gem Isle. Features of Ultra Jumper. Smooth movement, you gotta have that. Shooting, you gotta have that. Built-in item grabbing, that's good. Idea by Ejection 13, but code by me. Overhead hanging, can hold onto and hand cross on blue line walls, but not any other walls. So we're gonna get some Load Runner up in here. Touch. Main object can interact with other objects. There's a small quirk in this which is explained, but usually does not come up. You didn't match your parentheses correctly there. Only problem of any magnitude is that the overhead hang makes it so nothing but normal walls can be above the player, or there may be a problem or an idiocy. For instance, once I accidentally killed the enemy by jumping and hitting my head on him. The engine turned him into a normal wall. For this reason, you may want to take the handhold out. A small bug in object interaction is this: the player object is blocked to the right and tries to touch, all the other objects check if they are blocked to the left. Normally this won't be a problem. However, if you fire a bullet, say at the lever, and then repeatedly hold the right, yeah, this is a common issue. You get blocked by a bullet, and then you think you're blocked because you are. The rest is pretty much like any other side-scrolling engine. Shoot the bomb to make it explode, but be careful, it'll destroy you if you're in contact with it. Oh, I think we have a time limit. Our torches are counting down. Still smooth, as they said. Smooth movement. Ah, yeah, you can see the floatiness though in this jump and how horizontal I'm getting it sometime. Can I like shoot out this key? No. I like the little lava effects. And this is neat. I do like this. This is good enough. Oh, they're coming right for me. That mean green brigand. Got him. Yeah, no, you can make a short game with this, no problem. I want to get this key. I don't know how to get the key. Oh, probably the bomb. Also, I don't know what this brown thing is. Is that just supposed to be a disappearing platform? This could take a while if I'm supposed to actually get up there. Which I guess I have to. Okay, so... Okay, wow. That's the real problem with most ZZT platformers. They demand way too much precision. This is a very blocky game. Do I push this down? Please, just let me go up here. Okay, good. Can I shoot down? Okay. I'm gonna hope that this is the solution. That's cute. I like that. Oh, I have to do this again, though. You have to hit it, like, way early. There we go, to get to respawn. Perfect. Shove things. Ooh. Can I get up to there? They mentioned shooting the lever, but they made it sound like you're not supposed to shoot the lever. Gonna run out of time. Probably shouldn't have shot that platform. I'm actually unsure what I should do. Was I supposed to push the bomb all the way over here? No, because I need the key. Can I make this jump? No, I can't get high enough from there. Oh, it added a rail. Okay. I completely missed that. I saw a weird flash and just thought that was the engine being its weird self. Oh, do I have enough time? Can I get through basic training? Just barely. That was fun. Dang, that's level 1, huh? Shame about Incarnate. There was something to it. I know Commodore did Sid's Disaster, which is a much more patient approach to this kind of platforming, which is a fantastic game. But I would have liked to see this one. It also would have beaten Sid's Disaster by like a couple years, probably. Alright, we skipped the running battle on purpose. Let's go underwater. Oh, good blinking. There's actually a building on of the side-scroll engine with a few new wrinkles. Buoyancy is constantly pushing you to the surface, but you can press the top button to stroke down a few spaces. To stay down a while longer, you can hang onto one of those gray weights. Finally, to jet up quickly, press the star button. Okay, so it's as a reverse gravity ZZT side-scroller. And we can grab onto these. That's neat. I could see this working pretty well. Especially if you add like an air mechanic or something. It's definitely less responsive though, which I'm sure is partially because it's supposed to be underwater, so they want you to be a little slower. Get our gems. It's a good board. Like, this is a good one for, like, giving you inspiration. It's easy to look at this and think, like, yeah, this could be cool. I would like to see a game made like this. I would like to make a game like this. We gotta hit our star button and see how quickly we can go to the surface. Let's see. Pretty quick. That one's got some prompts. Alright, now let's learn how to draw in 3 different ways. Drawing engine. This engine is not made by me, but by Rapido, one of the other members of Interactive Fantasies. I made most of the graphics for the board, though. A drawing engine for ZZT? Well, it works a bit like the famous side-scrolling and shoot-'em-up engines. Touch the buttons and the arrow will move. If you touch P, you will see that the fake of the color you are drawing with appears. In this engine, it's only possible to draw with 2 colors, but you can make it possible to draw and to use as many colors as you can think of, and the amount of objects you've got left. Good combination of closing parentheses and smiley face. This game is telling us to touch P. If you are done with the drawing, press Make Solid, and the drawing will change into solids. To have a bit of a challenge, you can try to redraw the Interactive Fantasies logo, which is in the above window. Oh man, that's gonna be a bit like a Mario Party minigame here. I'm not gonna draw this whole thing. I don't know why it's just an anti-sign, but it is. And we can also draw in red. And you can probably tell that this is not the most efficient interface for something like this. Erase, okay. And then when we're done. Good sound. This is just one of those things that's just like, yeah, you can do this. I don't know why you want to do this, but you can do it. Let's see though. That had clear room for improvement with having to run to a different set of arrows for different colors and only being limited to 2 colors. Let's see if these other 2 are any better here. Boy, we got a theme today, huh? Okay. This engine allows you to draw high-quality artwork in ZZT. Use the arrow keys to move the plotter, P key to paint, and the X key to change colors. There we go, much better. And textures. It is a time-consuming process, but the results are excellent. If you want a challenge, try redrawing the Interactive Fantasies logo exactly. Okay, yeah, we got far more options here. This is Interactive Fantasies Logo Maker. Let's, a little purple normal, maybe? Oh, wait, is it actually... Oh, yeah, that's the challenge, though. Because this can't just draw with fakes, so you actually have to draw bottom to top. Which seems not great, actually. Blue water. If we had all the time in the world, maybe I could try and draw something like this, but... Instead, this is all we're gonna get. Also, ZZT has a bug where you can't put things in the bottom row, so they probably should have closed that row off. Or maybe made it so that you drew to the north instead of the south, since then you're not actually losing that row. I guess this is just the compromise you make with ZZT. This is definitely a more powerful drawing engine, but... Also, yeah, you don't really want to draw in ZZT in the gameplay mode so much. Okay, how about drawing number 3? This is our last chance for redemption. Can one of these seal the deal and just be a good all-around drawing engine? This is not the interface I was expecting. Oh, I think I see what's going on here. Artsy engine. A remake of the bomb engine. Choose what color type you desire. Shoot and lay it. Okay, that's an object to repair line walls. Okay, so this one, yeah, this gets rid of the extra object and arrows and just uses the player. And so instead, when we shoot, there we go, that's better. And now we can, you know, do things in different directions. Get some green fakes. Yeah, I still know in what context you would use this. Like, you have to turn it into a game of some sorts if you're gonna just do this over the, you know, the editor. There's nothing in here that you can't get anywhere else. Bomb. That's art. Sometimes art is destructive. This uses 2 spaces because the solid what? Eraser. How does this work then? I mean, that'll erase fakes. This doesn't seem to work, though. Still quite rough. I'm not happy with any of these drawing programs, honestly. Let's see some line walls, though. This is... yeah. Oh, yeah, okay, because by using fakes instead of normal, so the solids are permanent, and the lines. Oh, this cool, like, bug creature I made, I guess. That's the best I can come up with. There we go. Thank you for using change line line. Alright. Never again. You can trap yourself, so don't do that either. See, a different racing engine. What do we got here? Yeah, you can definitely just amontillado yourself if you're not careful. Racer 2 by Jag82. Rather self-explanatory. This racer uses diagonal movement, though, which I don't think any finished games ever did. Go. Faster. Faster. Oh, this is actually kind of fun. This is good. I wish they, like, gave us a track. It's very fun to move diagonally like this. This I like. What happens when we crash? Nothing. What's our... oh, we can do donuts? This engine rules. We can skid along the wall. 8 directional racers, that's where it's at. That's all the angles you need. That's a good one. Okay, can side scroller number 3 beat out the others at all? Again, these are all looking very ambitious compared to the kinds of ZZT platforms that actually got released for the most part. Try jumping off the rope. This one is also using the status thing, but we can see it with a boulder. No instructions, but again, we can not only hang, but we can also climb. And we can plummet. I don't have quite enough room to get a feel for the jumping yet. Oh wait, there's a treasure chest. Hang on. A torch. I'm sure that'll be very useful in a ZZT platformer. That lever did, but I have to bump my... nope, I just drowned instantly. Sorry, everybody. Okay, I want to see more of that one, though. How do we make it across this pit? Also, sometimes when you're up against a wall, like if I jump on the wall, it's trying to do the climbing, it just seems to get a little bit confused. Jump on the lever. Well, I hit this lever. Oh. That's not... usually how levers work, but okay. Oh, look at this. We can go over the bridge, but also we can go under the bridge. Well, no, we can't. Why'd I fall and die? Alright, third time's the charm here. Here in Jurina, I guess was the game this was meant for. We're gonna go over the bridge. But yeah, these jumps I'm doing around here. That I did not press up there. Can I make this? I'm very worried I'm gonna drown in like 5 feet of water here. Okay. That's good water. That's friendly water. Do I stop being so bouncy? Ah, no, the feel of movement on this is definitely off compared to the others. Wow. Just like it would be in real life. The perfectly vertical rope. So I think when it's trying to repair the line walls, that you will just get dropped sometimes. Oh, okay. We stand on top of the very stiff rope. And a statue, I'm guessing. Whoa. What happens? Is that the exit? Yeah. Not what I would have interpreted as an exit. I guess maybe if you squint, it's kind of like a partially opened door. Oh man. I just want to interact with that door up there. Oh, I gotta do this again. Oh, secrets. There's some good ideas, at least, in this one. But compared to the others, the execution is a lot more annoying. I did not want to jump there. Oh. Well, I won't be doing that. I think we've seen what we need to here. Alright. Zombie car game also sounds great. We're gonna go with rock, paper, scissors first. Humanoid versus worm gear. I damaged. This has got to be the only company that doesn't put their email addresses in their mags, so their fault they can't get credit. I see. Everyone knows RPS. Just hit what you want, then hit play again. Rock. You defeated Wormgear. For that, you shall be crushed, foolish humanoid entity. Oh, I like that display. I thought that was going to be like a health bar and it was going to be best out of like a dozen games. Okay. Please wait about 2 seconds. Rock. You may have tied Wormgear, but you can never conquer Wormgear. Who is Wormgear? I want to know this guy's story. Yeah, like... explain, Wormgear. Alright, let's throw scissors. No. I mean, I'm still winning here. I've yet to lose. There we go. Wormgear has crushed the humanoid entity. That's rock, paper, scissors. That's how it goes. So we got 2 to go then here. We got zombie card game. The Gutsometer. Alright, here's the deal. This isn't exactly the best engine ever, but it's creative. There's a mondo lack of graphics in this, and the only SDK is the passage, which is just a blue passage, so no, actually. No road, because movement is the zombies, not the car, so no road is possible. If a zombie dies, he ain't coming back, you know, that's how zombies work. If this were to ever be used, you would need a time limit, because this is just a matter of time, as is. And now, the guy who made this stuff. Sorbonne, 1785. I've never heard that name in my life. Is this Robots of General? Which one is this? This is definitely a Jansen. Well, I think it kind of had to stop because of the scroll. Or I think it might be an ending theme? Is that the Mission Enigma ending? Yeah, Enigma ending is my guess now, honestly. You walk outside and get into your car. Zombie bashing minigame. It seems zombies are loose. Oh well, mow them down. Push left to move your car left, and right to move your car into oblivion. Okay, so left and right to go right, no, into oblivion. So I push left to go left and right to go right. Kill them all to win. Alright, not a lot of sense of movement here. I don't feel like I'm driving, I feel like I'm steering zombies, which I am. It's also slow. We gotta fill up this Gutsometer though. I've got to see if there's anything to this. Yeah, this is running at way too slow a cycle. Oh, wait. Okay, it's speeding up now. I think. This seems faster. When are we gonna fill up the Gutsometer? Where's the last zombie? Okay. I got worried. Come on. Take a very strong right turn. Oh my god. I wonder if they move. I just steered. Second lined up? Yeah. Okay, so they even steer when they're not on screen. So there's I'm sure some fun speedrunning strategies here. Yeah, this could be improved in quite a lot of ways. Fun idea, at least. It's creative. This is just like the moving star effect. Have an object thud, then jar 255 and move back, start over. Only in this, if they hit you, your car, they go away. Those objects to move up what you hit. Okay, so that one was not quite the showstopper I was hoping, honestly. But this one I know is. Oh no, I was muted the whole time.
Wait, what?
I was muted. They didn't hear any. I don't know.
Oh no.
Did I say thanks for the raid? Or was I muted for that? I took a drink of water, I think, and then the raid happened. Thank you, Zizzy, for the raid. I may have said it twice. I've been muted the entire stream. Oh no.
No.
Yep, that's what I'm being told. What I tried saying was running battle here by Mr. ZZT Man. And then I said, Moz changed my name. And then Gate laughed very loudly. And it would have been great. But instead, you just gotta run. Save your game. You were exploring some caves when you ran into a lake monster. Gollum, hang on, I actually know what that name is now. I didn't when I was 10.
You didn't know when you were 10?
Oh. Sorry, I didn't read The Lord of the Rings when I was 10.
You could have read The Hobbit.
Or the Hobbit. Listen. I don't normally argue with Gate on stream. He got a haircut. Don't you lecture me with your $40 haircut. This is a running battle. You're always running automatically. At the end of the time, there will be a ledge you can climb up, and this takes time. If you are not far enough ahead of Gollum at the end, you will get eaten while trying to climb up. You encounter a few things along the way. If there's a big rock on the ground, you must jump it. If there's a small rock, you can either jump it or pick it up. To pick it up, touch the pickup button. Between the time you see the rock and the time you pass it, when you pick up the rock, though, it will slow you down. When you have a rock, you cannot pick up another. You can't throw it at Gollum. That sounds like fun. And it will slow him down. If Gollum throws a rock at you, you can run faster. This will let you outrun the rock. However, this will slow down after his rock hits the ground. There's a lot of text. We want to get to the Gollum chase for sure. Okay. I've done this before. I know how to play.
I've run from Gollum.
So, I love the animation in this. Okay, let's see. Jump. We've jumped. Gollum has picked up. Gollum has thrown a rock at me. Gollum gets right behind you, so you kick him.
Yeah.
I tried to jump the rock, but I guess kicking him works. Yeah, everything about this is great. I appreciate this even more now that I know who Gollum is. We jump. Gollum trips over a rock. Run faster. I gotta remember to press the run faster button. You run ahead of Gollum's bullet. Gollum had a bullet.
That would have changed the story.
It would have. Let's see, can I... Nope. I failed to pick up the rock. I'm probably gonna lose now. That knocked me way back. I gotta get these rocks. A nice little timer in the corner. There's a rock meter. He's apparently armed. Alright, here we go. No, I think I have to like land on the rock. Which is not gonna happen. Don't scare me like that. So I would be all about that game if they gave Gollum a gun. Well, we're never gonna... I'm sorry, we're not gonna see this rock throwing mechanic. Like, this is a more involved engine than just jumping over things. There's even sound when the time starts getting low, when the timer turned red. Like, this really is like the highlight of the engines in this encyclopedia here. Gollum's tripping. Surely that's enough space to escape Gollum. Fingers crossed. You attempt to climb up the rock wall. Oh, I know he's good at that. Oh, I did it. I got away from Gollum. Haha. Get dunked on. Thank you for the follow. I'm sorry all my redeems are broken, like one of the few times I get a little raid. That's the breaks. You've completed the running battle engine. And that's how the story ends. Oh, I need a new chair. Gollum chow, that's the board we're looking for. I'm gonna see what happens if we had screwed this up. If I wasn't so good at jumping over rocks and dodging Gollum's bullets, we'd be Gollum chow. You attempt to climb the rock wall. Ah! Oh, hurry, my precious. We caught it. Yum. Smooth move, ace. Don't let it happen to you. And that's the final engine. That's really a high note. I honestly probably should have saved that for like the very, very end. I'm a fool. There's still 2 more worlds though, which are gonna be a little less exciting, probably. No promises. Maybe it'll be cool. We get some objects next. A whole lot of them. These are some miscellaneous objects that do some nifty things. Got that double touch. Touch the red object once, a light above indicates a single touch. Now double click it, that is, touch twice rapidly, a light indicates that. Okay, so it just checks if you touch it twice fast, that's all. Double touching B, hold up. We got alternative double touching. Touch the cyan object as well, it will do the same thing, but the delay is incorporated into the code of the object, so there's a delay before it reacts to a single click. Oh, well, I guess that also works. I would also like to hear Gandalf voice, smooth move ace. Okay, that's a single click. That's a double click. Let's see how generous this is. Not that generous. But definitely how I think most people are doing their double clicks. How about this one? Yeah, you can feel the latency on this one if you just single click before you get that response. Alright, well, if you want to double click in ZZT, now you can. Credits, in quotes. I should have saved this one for last. ZZT Encyclopedia 1A. This board has not been updated in a while, has it? By Chronos 30. Oh, well, move over small spaces. Oh, that's it, never mind. Credit roller. What is needed is a credit roller, the brain, a color fader, the slave, and the bulbs. You chose some unique terms for those. The brain sends the message to the fader to make the bulbs go in and out using change and send all off. It first sends a color in, then sends a message to the bulbs to queue up the first frame. Each bulb will change characters to a certain character, then it sends a color out and sends bulbs in the next frame, and so on. Note, the sender has to be in cycle 23 and the receiver's in cycle 1. I think the activity boxes that come with GUI toolkits as programming examples. Yeah, that sounds about right. We got the marquee next. Nice. Love a good marquee. I don't know, man. The ZZT community was obsessed with these things. Doing their fun little text effects on the bottom like this. It's simple. The object just goes cycle 1, displays many text messages in little time. They're all separated by idles. Also see what it's like in different speeds. This makes room for marquees, animation, all kinds of was-nuffy things. I have never seen Was Nuffy before, and it's got some interesting caps. Let's bring it back. Was Nuffy. Is that on Urban Dictionary? Has anybody other than... We don't even know who actually wrote this, because this is just crediting Jansen with it. Speed 2. Yeah, so for obvious reasons, Cycle 1 gets used because it's smoother and it's a solid color that way. If we slow it way down, I mean, you still get the effect, it's just then you get the flashing, that constant flashing. Miscellaneous objects. Is this going to be the starship board? Yeah. Stars. They walk. They turn invisible when they hit a wall. Nope. Be sure to put them all over the board and have some in the process of going back east. Are those that ska band? Oh, wacky. Oh! Shoot. Yeah, I do remember Wacky Zany Nutty Funsters. I remembered that phrase. I don't know what it means. Like a 10-year-old me hearing the name Gollum. Doors. That's another band. By the old prodigy ZZT Club. These are simple doors. These doors, man. This is like the most important thing ever made in ZZT. This door animation. You gotta have it. Got the sounds. Oh, it opens and closes on its own. Very important. There's even toolkits that include those doors. Usually brown, but, you know, whatever color you like. Flood. Just touch the O. The spigot floods water until it's done, then dies. Okay, so it puts the slime, changes breakables into doors into water until there's nothing left. Yeah, that's easy to retime though. They're not so bad. These ones are okay. The one that was opening against me was bad, but the ones that you can just push your way through are fine. Here we go. What a great flood. Become fake. Touch the object and it vanishes without leaving a pothole. This is a necessity. Whenever you want an object to vanish and it's on a fake, always make it become fake. That's just good advice. Just 2 results, huh? It's almost certainly Wacky Zany Nutty Funsters, but turn it into an adjective. Rocket. I believe the function and code are both obvious, if you say so. Don't become fake. I mean, it's preferable to dying.
That's right.
Sensor-armed heat ray by Kronos, of course. Make sure you have enough health, because this is gonna hurt. Use health or something, then walk into the death zone. I think you know what it is. It will release the ray if and only if you walk into the range. Okay, it checks if we're aligned. And it checks if we're aligned on both sides, and then it releases the beam, and sends the other object to release as well. It sends messages to 2 other objects to check for the player's alignment, at which point the ray is stopped. Note, if you can get aligned with the objects being to the eastmost object, it would set off the ray. If you put in any more programming to prevent this, there would be too big a delay before it set off. Let's go. Yeah, this is just whatever you got. Surely 100 health is enough. Yes, this is just... Well, I made it through, actually, so... Pretty easily. You just go. You just have faith. Sensor-armed heat ray. Well, you tried. I mean, that's still, like, useful. You can definitely get got by it if you're not paying attention. And being able to get past it is also useful if you're Not trying to just make a wall. Gore. We don't know who invented gore. We don't know. Shoot the guy and look at the blood it makes. This is simple. The shot object sends a message to a hidden object to control the slime. Then it turns into red slime. Control object waits a little and changes the red slimes and red breakables they leave into fakes, leaving a big blood stain. This is also like peak ZZT. Sorry, buddy. Can I actually talk to you? No, you have one purpose and you know what it is. That's a lot of gore. That's what'll happen if you stand in the heat ray for too long. Very over the top amounts when you that room is just red now. Yes, normal amount of blood for one human body. This is using Zeta, which is a ZZT emulator. Which just this specifically, I am running a fork of ZZT 3.2 that just changes the sidebar and adds some more cheats, so I guess some more technical information. All good. It's a good question to ask. We are on the next row here with power armor and options by Alexis Jansen, improved by Kronos. Just get under the helmet and touch it. It will get you inside the mech suit and walk around in it. Try not to turn corners too fast or it will break. This improved version of the suit, though, will not go farther if any of its parts run into the wall. It is harder to ruin this one. Unfortunately, it's also slower. Also, touch the blue button with your armor on. So yeah, it's just going to surround us with objects, and those objects are going to move objects. It waits a while, and if it receives no complaints, it gives orders to move the player. The while it waits is the delay. Oh, that's just me editing it. I always vet the scripts of things, and Jansen's name shows up pretty constantly, and I usually try and put in the effort to just update that. If you accidentally slip out of the suit, press this, the emergency button. Options. Alright, let's get in the robot. I'm holding left. Holding left won't actually work because it doesn't lock. So this is the pace at which I move in my giant robot armor, which I guess tracks. Bullet mode on. Whoa. Nice. Okay, I take it back. This is fun now. It is slow, though. It is really slow. God, just trying to, clear all this out so I can move. Wait. Yeah, it is basically just for slurs and such. And addresses, actually. What am I saying? Addresses are also surprisingly common. People love to tell you where they live. Oh god, I can't shoot up or down because I'm blocked. I have to actually go all the way back here. We've got script dumping tools, so it's pretty easy to do. It just takes the time. I just want to get this. Come on. Shoot your bullet. Get this key. So I do take it back. This is still too tedious. Oh Lord. Alright, because I know all y'all like to do is come up with, like, horrible things for me to play. Your Oktoberfest idea is a maze game where you're in this power armor. Get out. Turn off bullet mode. Disengage. Get out. Oh. Oh, it doesn't even care if we're in. Oh, it started to care. Some of them care. It definitely moved left. All this. Is this gonna be worth it? What great wisdom is in this scroll? Looks like you've passed the little game. Thank you. Alright, how about some bind tricks? Tricks with bind. Who says bind should only be used to make a bunch of objects the same? There are more uses for the glorious command than that. Just touch each man, who are all different objects, as seen with the pop-up window title, and watch them run off to the side, leaving a trail of water. Yeah, that would also be fun, just make something with all of this mess. That's not part of their programming. They all bind with the object in the corner, which contains the code to do so. Bind does not have to be the first line in a program. Bind can be used to reduce code from many objects with different beginnings, but the same ending. Bind is used to reuse code. Alright, let's touch each man. We got some men to touch. I will now bind with the object in the corner, running off and leaving a trail of water. Same. Thing 2. And thing 3. Looks like they're bleeding out. Oh, they all died. The end. Bind is kind of messy. I'm actually not even 100% confident if you can swap them back and forth if you have, like, prototypes around. There's a lot of... You can do a lot of crashes with bind, unfortunately. Things that probably shouldn't have crashed, but they sure do. Alright, the clock. Let's see. I'm sorry the bird clock is broken. You'll have to settle for the ZZT clock today. Let's see, it's 7. Oh, okay. It's gonna be one of these. No, I'm doing it again. I got distracted looking at what seconds in which I failed to set a clock. Okay, now we're getting there. Oh wow, the seconds are actually like in sync right now. That's wild. Perfect. Now we can test the clock drift as I run an ad break. I'll be right back. Oh, well, you're not going to see the usual ad backer. Never mind, you can just... Yeah, oops. My bad. Alright, I return. Basically, everything randomly broke. Let's see. It's about to be 7:36, and we're about 13 seconds off already. Good effort, though. Oh, it helps if I click ZZT before I start pressing arrow keys. This is a functioning clock. It is almost precisely to the second. Well, you can set it by touching the buttons. Too bad it only runs when you're in the room. It is an easy program to make if you just think of using a bunch of idles for seconds, zap, restore, and object interaction. Note, the programming is in all caps, looking very newbie-ish, because this was one of my early projects. So this is how Kronos got his start. I can't believe this doesn't even mention... Like, I think this runs at cycle 10, and cycle 9 is closer to actually 1 second per second, but even that has some drift because it's actually like 9.1 frames per second ZZT runs at, because ZZT is absurd. Actually, it makes sense in the context of the code, but... And by the... Actually, no, that's not even a ZZT's thing. That's like old computer timing things. But long story short, you're never gonna get a perfect clock. But this is okay. Like, this is accurate enough. If you were just looking at this board in full screen, you'd be like, yeah, this seems about right. Instead, you gotta, like, actually put stuff out and just do leap idles, I guess they would be, to keep everything in sync. Alright, we've enjoyed our clock. Let's move on to some more miscellaneous objects. By Hydra this time. These are some Interactive Fantasies classics then. There is here a mirror and a guy who follows you. They are rather simple. The mirror checks to see if you're touching it, and the guy will follow you without forcing you in any direction. It's also a nice example of animated water in ZZT and a way to transport the player without transporters or objects. These objects can be useful if you want to add water to your ZZT game. It looks like the water is really flowing. They just consist of some character and idle commands. And some classic water. Another simple but funny trick is this mirror. If you stand in front of it, you will see a happy white smiley. Okay, so if it's blocked, it makes a smiley face. If it doesn't, it turns invisible. If you want long distance mirrors, simply use if aligned instead of if contact. Note that if you do this, the mirror must stand against a wall, or you'll also get mirror effects when you're standing behind the mirror. Don't do it. Don't ask them to. Alright, let's see our mirror here. Look at that. Mirror, mirror on the wall. What is the best ZZT game of them all? Oh, I can't wait to scroll down here. What will it be? It's gonna be an Interactive Fantasies game. I bet it's something like bizarre, though. It'll be like Search for the Lost Dog. Oh. We'll never know. Well, that got my hopes up. Alright, let's try the Simple Man. Did you ever want to make an object which would follow you around the board, but all it did was pushing you? And this is the solution. It's a very simple trick, but it can be useful. When you touch the objects, you'll notice it follows you, but it does not push you, blah 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 blah. The trick is this, just make sure that the object only walks to you when it's not near you. If not contact, go seek. If you wish that the object walks with the same speed as you, you should include a cycle 1 command. So we're going to have a bit of a... Our simple slow man. Annoyer. I will start following you. Touch me again and I will quit. Oh, okay. No, this is cycle 1. Look at him go. He's confirmed a Dracula. There's one way to transfer player. Let's see. Ah, yes, this is a statted empty, or a black hole, or I guess nothing. They don't have a name for it here. Yeah, walking would also work. And actually be a lot simpler. You could simplify this simple man even further. Let's see, player hops all the spaces. Yeah, so they're just statted empties, so my keyboard input basically gets repeated every time I move onto a tile. And we get yeeted. And we also get that at the bottom of the screen. Why not? You can escape the annoyer for free. We can just check ourselves out in the mirror all day now. Wow. Back off, buddy. Okay, we're on to the new row. Put tricks. Let's... Oh. Okay, this is gonna be wild, huh? Ooh, G-Chucky, huh? Some awesome things can actually put something at a remote distance. Put a line of objects and much more by simply using sliders, boulders, and change. 10 years ago, we had sliders, boulders, and change. Example 1, the trap. Just walk into the passage from this way, a door will appear. You can get the keys to open it by touching the small... End of sentence. Only one object is used. It puts a door 3 spaces to the east. Remote putting is achieved by putting first a certain color slider, then some other sliders, then the color-coded sliders are turned into empties and a door. I mean, yeah. You also could have just, like, checked if the player was aligned or in contact here and just put a door with a different objects. I don't know if the extra code is really gonna save anything. Alright, well, number 2. Remote putting. Touch the object and specify how far to which direction. So yeah, another way of example 1 is just gonna put a bunch of sliders. Place it to the west. As far as the wall. Well, kind of revealed the magic there. You were really taking your time, buddy. This at least lets you see how it works, which is nice. Example 3, remote fade putting. Same thing, it's just putting some sliders, and then, as you can see, I get yeeted. Example 4, pushing put. This object will smash the ruffian through the door. Oh god. It simply replaces the door with a boulder, and puts a door there. So let's put always pushes. The second pushes the row of boulders, smashing the ruffian. Oh yeah, we got KM here. Alright, time to crush a ruffian for our amusement. Brutal. Example 4, no put. Oh, okay, I was about to say, why is there, like, an exit to the bottom, but no connecting board? Nothing can be placed next to the south edge of the board. It's a fact of ZZT. Touch the object. It's self-explanatory. Shoot me, and I'll place something next to me. I probably shouldn't have you against the wall. Can't do it. It's a fact of ZZT. See, I hate this layout. It's so easy to just turn around. Cars. Who likes a good car here? Oh. This is not what I was expecting the cars board to be. This engine is very simple. When it is touched, the car uses... Okay, so this is the annoying guy, but this time deliberately pushing us. Let's start our great car up. Vroom vroom. Kind of neat, but it's kind of inconsistent when it actually moves behind you. So you can kind of... I'm trying to like change directions, but not. Nice car, I guess. On to super speed, which I think is gonna have to restart afterwards. Well, they're not kidding. Why is my ammo being manipulated here? That has nothing to do with anything. Super Speed by ZZT Ned. To make objects move twice as fast, just have your objects walk and move at the same time. Know that both objects are cycle 1. Yep, that's all there is to it. And then you get to move twice in one turn. Yeah, it would be a good rocket pack, actually. That could be fun. Diagonal movement. Look at them go. ZZT Ned strikes again. By walking in one direction and moving in a direction perpendicular to it, you can make an object walk diagonally. Kinda, sort of. This is like spoofing diagonal movement. You actually are moving like this, just fast enough that it happens in one cycle. These days, you can just like edit the walk direction to actually be moving diagonally. This way, like, I'm gonna get pushed out of the way here. But you can only do that in advance. This you can just do whenever. You can just make objects do this, which is nice. Miscellaneous objects. Please go up. Number 3. Oh lord, why is this? How to disable a duplicator. Debug is a weird one. First can be used to unlock things. Second, displays characters in the blue bar. Can be activated by setting a flag. This can be used as a codebreaker world. No need to go to DOS. Probably something else around the debug flag, but I haven't searched that well. It's kind of wild. This is like... That's what the debug mode does. And what that is that's how many bytes of free memory ZZT has available to it. But the ZZT community was children, so nobody understood that. Oh, the overlay hides it. My bad. Let me... There we go. Now you can see it. 469.62.9. That's the true layout. But yeah, nobody understood free memory. So it's just, yeah, I don't know, you type this code in and it just displays some weird numbers and sometimes they change. You just kind of live with it. Oh, no, please don't have OBS have focus. I don't want to change scenes like that. More KM stuff. Wait, was KM the one writing about debug? That's fantastic. 'Cause this one is proofed. You can't disable, just try to shoot the breakable. Well, that seems broken. This one can be taken out, just go up. And we've got a fan. Imagine this is an air duct. Put that fan on heavy. Sure enough, I can't go up. Put it on light, kinda can. I just want to show these debug numbers changing. If you fan in space, does it push you backwards? There we go. Now we got a different amount of free memory. Now we know. Terminating loops. Self-terminating loops by Quantum P. Yes, that sounds like a Quantum P title. What is this gonna be? Seems like a lot of put commands, doesn't it? Actually, there are only 4, really. Here's a self-terminating loop. Ah, okay. Yeah, this is just what ZZTers have to do, because ZZT is just a horrid little thing like that. Every time the loop runs, know that it will zapped. Eventually, it gets to the last one, and then it restores. That's the ZZT expert here. Thank you, Quantum. I mean, that kind of technique is useful. It's good to have this stuff documented. Now then, how do we do fire? Is this going to be one object fire? It better be. Yeah! One object fire, and there's the object. Simple change trick involving normals, breakables, water, and solid. This is a peak ZZT board. It's entirely because it labels the object. Also, I don't think the actual release of the one object fire board uses the O. Like, that's the Encyclopedia's convention. So I appreciate the update specifically to fit the Encyclopedia's guidelines. Aligned doors. These are Star Trek-like doors that open when you're aligned with them and close when you're not. Each door requires 2 objects. One checks if you're aligned or not, and the other is the door that obeys the commands of the object. First appeared in Chrono Wars 10. That's neat. Is it going to the side? I guess he's doing a change line or something. Let me confirm my hypothesis. Okay, yes. Very seamless, though. Good job. Nice work, Kronos. Finally get the Star Trek doors we've all dreamed of. Player blood. Let's save that one. Combo locks. Another quantum creation. Many one-object combination locks are cryptographically weak. Luckily, I have come up with a solution. You only have to give me credit if you want to. Oh my god, this is a scroll. View program structure. The player touches the object, he/she is prompted to enter the first digit of the combination. If it's correct, the object goes to first digit right. If it's wrong, it goes to first digit wrong. Okay, so this is just expanding it. Okay. Label for first digit wrong is different from first digit rights. All the ZZT hyperlinks in first digit wrong point to second digit wrong. This is because the player already got the first digit of the combination wrong, and it doesn't matter if he/she gets the second right. The second digit wrong is the same. Alright, the combination is 425. Let's be wrong. Let's be right. Hey! We just got exploded out of the room. How dare you, Quantum? Alright, please tell me about the cryptographic weaknesses of ZZT OOF. Problem is, the locks terminate as soon as the player enters the wrong digit. This lets the player know which digit they got wrong, which greatly helps in getting the combination right. Yeah, I guess if you want during the video game that you're playing to take the time to guess an average of 27 times what the combination is, you can do that. This Quantum P fellow is starting to seem like a nerd. his method is a little nicer. Keep you from brute forcing, but usually you keep people from brute forcing by just the fact that that's boring. That's very boring. Nobody wants to do that. Quantum did do actually some wild stuff with like encoding things in ZZT. There's what game has that? I think it's like ZZT Pinball of all things. Has like a secret picture that can be decrypted. It's very wild. It's very cool to see. I should probably actually record a video of it because I think the only video of it is like on Twitter, and good luck finding that, and also on Twitter. Cycle race. We'll get to the blood, don't worry. The object race by Quantum B. Everyone knows that Cycle 1 is fast, 3 is default, and 255 is slow, but have you ever wondered just how fast Cycle 1 is? I mean, this is this fast. Again, this is like nice reference material. It's just a weird case where the encyclopedia isn't sure if it's supposed to be like for beginners or not. But there you have it. Cycle 1 is indeed the fastest. Okay. Who wants player blood? The bleed object. Once again, Quantum is just like cornering the market on the encyclopedia here. Maybe we should save that med kit. We're not bleeding yet. Bleed object is intended to give the player a more realistic death. Whenever the player's health drops below 100, they bleed and lose health at a constant rate. To try it out, touch the arrow. Touch the first aid kit to return to full health. Okay. Player's health is under 100. It catches up to the player, creates some red fake, takes a health point, and repeats. Few bugs may occur in narrow hallways because the bleed object gets in the way. Most of the time, however, it should work well, so don't bleed in a narrow hallway. A very sharp object. Let's touch it. Yep, and now it's fatal. Okay, there it is. Oh, goodness. I guess if we touch it enough, it will be fatal. I've never felt so bad for the ZZT player before. Also, there's an issue here where, like, the object moves around on the blood and kind of reveals itself. Let's actually bleed out. Let's speed this up a little. That's still way too slow. Alright, we're gonna bleed out basically instantly. Oh no, we got plenty of time. That'll do. I didn't type speed that time when I wanted to. Okay, well, there's no message anyway. The end. This is actually a great looking board right now. That's very good. Oh, there we go. Still too fast. Well. Yeah, okay. It does indeed have a special splatter at the end. Alright. I think this resets. Yeah, we're back on track. We appear to not have sound though for some reason. Oh, that's the last of this world anyway. We're done here. That actually was the end of that. Alright. I know this has been running a little long, but this is the last world. I don't want to do like a fifth one of these. That's only going to probably take 20 minutes. But I am going to skim a lot of this text. We're going to zip through this. Miscellaneous. Sound effects. Here they are. Alexis Jansen. Expanded by Kronos. There we go. No, I didn't want a demonstration of the endgame. I wanted to hear the sound effects. Hey, wait. This isn't the right place. Pretty cool, eh? When you immediately exit a game and try to play it again, ZZT will load up a game with the same file name as the name of the game you just played. A file name and a name are not the same thing. The name of the ZZT game is stored in the game's data near the beginning and appears in the upper right when you load a world. Though the online encyclopedia's miscellaneous section has a certain file name, its name is New World. So when you exit, it automatically loaded up the game newworld.zzt. And this is a very lengthy old way of doing this. Is that telling you to use a hex editor? Yeah, it's telling you to make sure it's open in binary. These days, you just use an external editor if you're going to do that. That was very wasnuffy. You're right. New World Engine by Dying Java. Wait. Right. Okay, yeah. Sorry, brain fart. Alright, we're golden. Let's listen to a sound effect. Now we don't have to actually die. You get the idea? This is like a super useful board. I know Jansen had a few of these left blank. She never deciphered them. She was like just transcribing them by ear. Also, like one or two had like some minor inaccuracies. But as RT just linked, now that we have the source code, we just know what they are 100%. And I think we knew well before that too. But that the wiki is the better thing to reference than this. ZZT's messages. Again, this is just all the strings. And again, it's all on the wiki. No sound. There we go. We just play silence. Oh, actually, doing a play command before having an object shoot. That's good. That's good. More people should do that. No messages. Same thing. Oh, okay, this one isn't a blank one. This is sending a message of breakable wall, and it just blends on in. So no messages detected. Looks like KM and Quantum are keeping the encyclopedia alive. I'm kind of surprised Quantum didn't try and take it over, like in hindsight. Vanishing path, but I mean that's also effort. I like don't blame him. What? Try walking across the path and going back. I will. I can't. How'd I do it? When you walk across patches repeatedly, they get erased. And so then it's turning the empties into things. Walls in this case. Special characters. This was a useful board back in the day. Here's how to type all these weird things in the ZZT editor. Oh yeah, you're right, actually. Quantum is hosting the wiki of ZZT. That tracks. Also, yes, you could have just used forest instead of passages, which is a much, much smarter idea. But here's how you type all these. I used to actually, like, know a lot of these weird ZZT codes, definitely for, like, the walls and things. But again, this has been just kind of made moot by external editors, which will happily let you type things. Wait, what? Press Ctrl A, then release, then press a key. It will return the character whose ASCII code is the character with the code press plus 160. Sure, why not? So now you know how to do stuff like this. Okay, we don't have a full world here, so there's not going to be a ton of this. File reading. Is this still super excited? By Lord of Chaos. Right, so you can link external files in ZZT Oop like this, and a lot of modern games are much more willing to do that. You can also show the actual help information. Here we are. Now we're looking at the reference manual. This is just ZZT's documentation. That's aligned. That's how you spell it. Let's view the help file. Oh, you didn't even include a file? Like, these are all ZZT's built-in ones. Like, the whole big thing about this is that you can just link a file you have in the directory. It's very good for long amounts of text. And not having to use any board memory for it. The only problem is you do have to click a hyperlink. You can't just display external text, unfortunately. Moving sharks. Okay. I guess. I don't know about this one. By changing sharks to ruffians and back again repeatedly, the sharks are able to move. A no sound object has been placed. Well, I don't think it has, actually. But press V to turn off the sound if this backfires. Yes, please. There. Okay. Moving sharks, everybody. Oh, here's the explanation of New World. I didn't actually intend to show that off. I just kind of did. This just tells you, hey, if you quit and press P, some wild things will happen. I guess we'll save runtime errors for the end, for obvious reasons. By taping a ruffian object and shark together, Dave has created a shark. Pause transport. Here's the challenge. Get to the cyan exclamation mark before the slime blocks you off. Oh no, I can't do it. Guess you didn't make it. You could have. You'll never guess how. You have to pause right next to the first transport, then take the rest of them to the east. To be paused. The state of being paused is a very odd one indeed. Okay, so this gives us all the details. I mean, to be fair, ZZT's idea of pausing is really bizarre compared to any other game ever. My God. Yeah, it's very philosophical. All right, let's use the trick. We'll pause here. What a sound. Congratulations, you made it. And again, just a copy of this text, I suppose. Yeah, if you pause in the wrong spot, you will just be surrounded by slime and soft-locked. Do be careful. Alright, we got some black walls and some slime tricks. Black wall A. Side effect is after 2+ uses on one side is that it puts a gray wall on. I corrected by only letting you put once. Ah, there we are. So when I touch these things, it creates a wall. So what are we doing here? Board edges, I'm guessing? Nope, no explanation. It just happens. You gotta crack open the editor, and we don't got time for that. It's probably just putting a board edge, which you're not supposed to be able to do. And if you don't have any connecting boards, it is effectively a wall. Black wall B. Maybe this one will give us an explanation. By Dexter. Forest are changed to solid. Forest changed to solid is a black wall. Oh. Well, no. Do I have to... Try to walk outside the purple, then touch me again. Oh, okay. I had to activate it. That tracks. Alright, who wants to learn some slime tricks? Other tricks as seen. This is a collection of tricks with slime. Terrain spreader. Okay, so we're just going to leave a trail of ammo. Easy enough. Just change the breakables. Dark slimes. Okay, so this is just the color changing again, as seen way earlier. Some dark purple. There we go, dark purple slime. I don't know, I'm not impressed by these slime tricks. I've seen them all before. Explosion. This makes a boring slime into a cool explosion. The slime can get out of the tank in this example. It works better this way. Alright, you got my interest. Okay, yeah, I've seen this one too, but this one's a little more useful compared to this dark purple or ammo. The forever explosion. Oh, no, there it goes. Okay. And last but not least, runtime errors. And this, I'm sure, is also superseded by the ZZT Crashopedia recently released. And here's the idea of like, hey, maybe we can prevent people from cheating with this. Yeah, and it's a KM. By duplicating a pushable item onto a player clone, you can cause a runtime error. Yep. And I think this is going to be a scroll that's going to try to move or become. Alright, let's go with... Yeah, where do you want to crash today? Somewhere. Okay, we'll crash here. Oh! The end, no moral. We crashed. Oh, right, that's busted. Hold up. I gotta at least let that go. No, nothing. Nothing but trouble with this stream today. Well, I guess that's gonna do it then. Sorry we don't have our music or patron credits. Thank you Thank you to all my patrons for your support. And it's gonna do it for today then. We will be back again next Friday with something different. I don't know what yet. I have an idea, or I might run a poll. We shall see. Yeah, y'all probably know this music by now. Gosh, it's so quiet though when there's no music right now. I don't like it. But that is going to do it. We will be back on Sunday with some more unpreserved games. I don't know if that's picking up. That's picking up. Alright. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for sticking around for this long one. If you enjoyed the stream, give it a follow. Fridays and Sundays are the usual days. That will do it for today. Hope to see you next time. Later.